If you want to start a lively debate with a knife guy, there is one word that can kickstart an argument, a conversation of biblical scale: clone. What a dirty word, right? Clones. Now, I have talked about my view and position on clones and copies in several videos in the past, but this is a topic that comes up a lot, right? I'm a knife reviewer and stuff, and so I'm constantly being asked about clones, or I hear in my comment section a lot of times, oh, XYZ knife is a clone, it's a copy. And so it's good every once in a while to just kind of make an update video just to remind you guys my stance on these things. Now, there are some guys that get pretty pee-pee-hearted that clones and copies even exist. They think that the mere existence of these things is an evil. It's the eighth deadly sin. I'm not like that, right? I'm not going to tell you guys what to spend your money on, right? That's your hard-earned cash. You sweated and bled for that, so, you spend your money how you're going to spend it. And I get the argument that people make where, oh, if I want to, if I'm interested in an expensive high-end knife, I might buy a copy of it, a clone of it, to see if I like the design, the ergonomics, etc., before I buy the real thing. I used to think that was kind of a weak argument. I'm fine with it now. Whatever, you do you. And by the way, Metal Complex actually has a really good The Knife Guy episode about this topic, so go watch that if you want a long-form discussion on this. And the other thing that I always try to clarify when I talk about this topic is the difference between a clone and a copy. A clone is where a company puts a different company's logo on their knife that, they try and pretend like they are Benchmade or they are Microtech or whatever. A copy is just they stole a design, but they put their own logo on it, which in my mind is a significantly different thing. For me as a reviewer, it doesn't make sense for me to own or use clones or copies, right? If I'm going to review a knife design, I probably want to review the original, so it just doesn't make sense for me to do anything other than that. The other side of this is that, yes, it's kind of hard to make an original knife design. A lot of knives look like a lot of knives. Is the CJRB Pyrite a clone or a copy of the Benchmade Bugout? No, but they have a lot of similarities because they're both drop point folding knives. And so some people will try copy, clone at everything, and other people will say, oh, nothing's a copy or a clone because it's hard to make an original design. But take this Laconico serious, by the way. This is a very Laconico design. It's got a lot of design elements that are unique to him. I can tell this came from his brain. So even though it's a plain looking knife, it's unique. I can tell it's his.